In this video, I'll be taking you for a walk along the East Yorkshire coast. This is Flamborough. We started our walk from the car park of Danesdyke Local Nature Reserve. The car park also has toilet facilities as well as small kiosks which sells food and drink. There are a couple more parking options on this walking route. These are South Landing and Flamborough Head. The charges at the time of our visit were the same for all the car parks, less than £3 for 24 hours, so it's a personal choice which you would prefer to use. The path runs through a small wooded area which was nice with the autumn colors in the morning sun, before it goes down towards the beach. For our walk, we crossed the path and took the steps up towards the top of the cliffs. From the top, we followed the path to the right, which took us along the edge of the cliff top towards Flamborough Head. Along this section, there are views back towards Bridlington and Spurn Head, and out to sea where it's possible to view some wind turbines on the horizon. It was also interesting to notice that we were walking past some crops in the fields, as it seemed that they would be too close to the salty sea spray to survive. After about a mile, we reached South Landing. The bay contains a rocky headland with many large white rocks and pebbles, with the sun farther out towards the sea. The water is not too deep and the headland prevents the waves from getting too large, making it a good location for a day out. But please note there are no facilities here such as shops or restaurants, so if you will spend some time here, it is best to bring your own food. Opposite the RNLI station are some steps which lead back up to the cliff tops. Here is a short nature trail which leads to the car park. However, we didn't take a look around. Instead, we continued along the coastal path. While walking along this section, the clouds slowly receded and the sun started to shine, which made the limestone cliffs really bright and the lighthouse stand out in the distance. The current lighthouse was designed by Samuel Wyatt and first lit on the 1st of December 1806. The height of the tower is 26.5 meters and has 119 steps inside. The lighthouse is owned by Trinity House, which is a charity dedicated to safeguarding shipping at seafarers. They also provide support, welfare, and education to the seafaring community, as well as having a statutory duty as a General Lighthouse Authority. Under license from Trinity House, East Riding of Yorkshire Council offer tours of the lighthouse, where visitors can climb the stairs to see the views over the coast and Bridlington, as well as to learn about the history of the area. However, due to the current pandemic, these tours have been suspended. When it was first in operation, the light given out was unique, in that it gave 2 white flashes followed by a red flash. It was said that this was to distinguish Flamborough from the lighthouse at Cromer. The light was originally produced by burning oil and gave an equivalent candle power of 13,860. The light was electrified in 1940 and the lighthouse became fully automated in 1996. A short walk from the lighthouse is a small monument that commemorates the Battle of Flamborough Head, which was a naval engagement in September 1779 during the American Revolutionary War. It was a battle between the British and the combined Franco-American squadron and helped the Continental Navy with the help of the French gain a belief that they could compete with the battle-hardened Royal Navy. Our walk had intended to continue along the cliff tops to North Landing and down to Flamborough village. Instead, we decided to walk along the road directly to the village. On this road, we passed by the Chalk Tower. The tower was built in 1674 by Sir John Clayton and George Blake as a lighthouse, with the intention being those ships passing the tower were to pay a tax to Clayton in order to support paying for the fires of Lighthouse. However, the taxes were voluntary, therefore many mariners didn't pay, which resulted in Clayton going bankrupt, which ended the lighthouse. The road between the lighthouse and Flamborough village is straight and just over a mile. The village is small, with the parish having a population of just over 2,000 and has some small shops and pubs. There is also some remains of Flamborough Castle, which was medieval fortified manor house, and St. Oswald's Church. The church stands on a small rise in the west of the village and first appears in records in 1150 and was designated as Grade 2 listed building in 1966. We carried on walking out of the village until we returned to Danesdyke Local Nature Reserve. Danesdyke was declared as a nature reserve in 2002 in recognition of its wildlife value. Indeed, we were lucky enough to catch a glimpse of a couple of deer along the path we were walking. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Getaways with Noel. Thank you for watching.